Most unexplainable moments caught on camera. This is a video of a little boy. His father's just filming him having a great time. When he turns around, his image does not turn around at the same time. What is happening here?
See that over there? That is not burn marks, and there are no clouds in the skies. That's supposed to be like a cloud shadow, the way it is. And there's nothing at all in the sky. Nothing. That is crazy.
I've been seeing it a lot.
You guys, we have the best view, man. The guy kidnapped us 12 hours ago. He didn't feed us no candy, nothing, bro.
Hey, stop!
Hey, shut up, brother. You said he's gonna get candy, motherfucker.
I told you not to use your phone. Tell me about a paranormal experience you or someone you know had. I'll go first. When I was a kid, my mother had a demon drag her off the bed, and apparently my basement was a portal to the other side.
Say hi to Michael. This is a fabulous EVP from the Haunted Museum and Bloody Mary. Say hi to Marie Laveau, too. Hi, I'm Michael.
Okay, so this was going on here. At 12:48 a.m., I was woken by tapping on my forehead. I turned on my phone camera and videoed this. I want you to also listen. He's going to say, "Oh my God, help me, it's Brad."
Hey, weird-ass story lovers. Did you know there is a demon cat roaming around the basement of the Capitol building in D.C.? Well, hold on. I'm going to tell you all about it in one part. But first, click the heart if you love weird-ass stories as much as I do. Hey, and click the link in my bio to get your own copy of the Weird-Ass Stories book. In the 1800s, the Capitol building had a rat infestation, so they released cats to take care of the problem. It's said one of the cats was possessed by a demon. He shows up as a kitten, and as the guards get closer, it grows into a full-blown panther. And then he chases them out. The cat is known to show up just before a national tragedy or before a new president is put in. He appeared during the stock market crash in the 20s and just before JFK was assassinated. Do you want to pet the demon kitty?
The Collector. Robert Berdella was known around his hometown of Kansas City, Missouri as a strange but kind man, one who helped establish a neighborhood watch within the community and employed young men at Bob's Bizarre Bazaar, a novelty shop that specialized in occult tastes. But Berdella hid a secret, and if one of his victims hadn't escaped, there's no telling how long he would have gone on killing. On April 4th, 1988, Berdella's seventh victim, 22-year-old Chris Bryson, wearing nothing but a dog collar, escaped from Berdella's second-story window and ran to a neighbor's home. He blurted out a tale of torture that was so horrifying that the cops were called immediately. What would be discovered behind the walls of Berdella's modest suburban home would be fodder for any horror film. Follow for part 2. The Collector. Warning, the following is incredibly graphic. In Berdella's home, the police discovered some 200 Polaroids of naked men, the subjects enduring cruel abuse. The victims were injected with antibiotics after suffering infections for the methods of torture inflicted upon them. Some were bound and electrocuted, some left in the basement for days or weeks at a time. Berdella applied bleach to his victims' eyes, injected their vocal cords with drain cleaner, and even gouged out their eyes just to, quote, see what would happen. This incapacitated the victim, depriving them of their senses or their ability to scream. Once they were dead, he dismembered the bodies into the bathtub and put the body parts out for the garbage men. Berdella claimed John Fall's book, The Collector, in which the protagonist kidnaps and imprisons a young woman, had been his inspiration for his crimes. Given 2 life sentences in 1988, Berdella would die of a heart attack in 1992 after claiming prison officials were not giving him his heart medication. His death was never investigated. Good.
What if I told you you could live forever, but you will look like this? Loups-garous suck blood from innocent people, then give it to the devil in exchange for magical powers. But if they suck too much blood from their victim, they will end up dying and becoming a loup-garou. They are known to be shape-shifting demons that can turn into any monster they like. Loup-garous are known to haunt the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Once night comes around, they turn into a ball of light and look for their next victim. Now tell me, if you could live forever but you will look like that, would you? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to smash that heart button to help this video.
The woman was hypnotized to the point of being clinically insane. This is the true story of Ilma Zandor. She was a patient at a psychiatric hospital in Germany, being treated by this man in the mid-1800s. His name is Richard von Kraft. He was a psychiatrist, an author, and a pioneer in hypnosis. He noticed that the young woman was extremely sensitive to hypnotic suggestion, so the experiments began. For months, she was hypnotized several times a day. One cruel experiment involved a pair of scissors. She was told that they were red hot and they were placed on her arm, causing her excruciating pain and leaving blisters that took months to heal. By the time they were finished with her, she was considered mentally unstable and deemed clinically insane.
I'm willing to bet everybody who's driven on the highway has sneezed, or been in the car while someone driving sneezed themselves. Assuming you're going about 60 miles an hour, the driver or you had your eyes closed for about 50 feet of road. And with that, we're back at it again with more facts that you probably didn't want to know. A museum once displayed cheese made from the bacteria from celebrities. So everybody knows the moon, right? Well, did you know that it is slowly drifting away from Earth? Albeit at a very slow rate. I don't know about you guys, but I personally like this one. There are fire tornadoes out there called fire devils. Little ladybug friend that you let crawl on you. You know they're cannibals. I don't know how this is supposed to work, but in order to make cigarettes taste better, they put urea in there. Can you guess what that is? That's a chemical found in urine. A cat-fox species that was thought to be a myth? Actually, they found one.
What happened to this boy will absolutely shock you. On January 11th, 1992, a teenager from North Dakota named John Thompson was working alone on his family's farm when his life flashed before his eyes. While he was working alone on the farm, he was operating very heavy equipment, in which resulted in him getting his arms caught in the power takeoff of a tractor, which knocked him unconscious. When John woke up, he was in complete shock when he realized that he had just lost both of his arms, but he still managed to get up, walk into his house, and dial 911 with a pencil in his mouth. While waiting for the ambulance, John decided to sit in the bathtub so that he wouldn't drip blood on his new carpet. And when the ambulance did pick him up, he actually got his arms reattached to his body. And even after all of this, John got up and went on tour to share his story and to advise people to just be safe and watch their surroundings. Yo, what's up? These are the strangest places a dead body has ever been found. Part 6. Inside of a water tank. On January 31st of 2013, 21-year-old Elisa Lam, who was a Canadian tourist and student, was visiting the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. While she was on this trip, she was in the elevator at the hotel she was staying at when surveillance cameras captured footage of her acting very strange and out of the ordinary, and that was the last time she had been seen alive, but where she was found dead was quite disgusting. You see, this whole ordeal wouldn't have been as blown up as it was if she wasn't found inside of the water tanks on top of the hotel 19 days after her disappearance. But these are the same tanks that pump out the water that hotel guests drink and bathe in. So yes, they were bathing in the decomposing girl's water, and they just thought it was bad pressure, but they tasted it and now they know.
What is a creepy, unexplained childhood experience that you had?
When I was 10, I took my horse out riding, and I found a field that had an empty barn in it. The barn was destroyed by a fire, but it did have a rope hanging from one of the rafters, and I was able to put my foot into a loop at the end and swing on it for a while. Kid stuff. A few weeks later, I went back to see the barn again, but it was gone. I figured the landowners had it destroyed for being a safety hazard. Until about a year later, I'm on my horse again, and I see the barn. Same barn, same rope. I thought surely I was mistaken previously, until a few weeks later the barn was gone again. And then it was back, and then it was gone. It happened a lot, and I knew one other person who witnessed the same thing. The location of that barn is now where they built a bunch of houses, so I don't think it's coming back again.
Yo, what's up? These are some creatures that could be living on or inside your body, and you may not even know it yet. Now, I know the image above is disgusting, but the first one is going to be a tapeworm, which is something you can get from eating infected pork, beef, or fish, and you could basically look down at your poop and see eggs or some worm inside of it, and they can also grow to be 30 feet long. Yeah, try that on for size. Next one's gonna be face mites. Now they're really not as scary as they seem. They really just eat dead skin and take oil off of your face, and by the age 60 you have about 1,000 of these little guys living on your face. The next creature or parasite is known as Giardia, and you basically get it from swallowing pool water or hot tub water or even drinking from lakes and streams. So please steer clear from all those weird types of waters, I beg of you. The last one is scabies, which is basically a mite that burrows under the top layer of your skin and causes a rash and makes you itch a ton.
This is a video that recently went semi-viral on YouTube because of its mysterious content. The backstory is that a man named Johnny from Gadgets.com received what he described as a creepy puzzle in the mail. Whether this is true or not is definitely up for debate, but regardless, the video found its way to YouTube. It features somebody in a mask who might be trying to give some kind of a message.